are we to be toiling outside?
Oh.
Where did you say the lads who found the water goblin's treasure go swimming?
Near the pier on the Rock Tower Pond.
I'm afraid I've got bad news. I found the lads, but they were dead. They drowned.
Christ almighty. I told them they should have returned the treasure. Those poor lads. Such foolishness. Thanks anyway. I'll let the Troskovitz gravedigger know. He'll bury them.
How can I continue?
Innkeeper!
Huh. Okay.
Have you got anything to eat? Quick and sleep till dawn.
About what I'd expect from you.
I hear Michael and George have run up a small debt with you.
A small debt? They owe me a whole heap of work, my friend. A month ago, I told them to dig a hole for shit behind the barn, and I'm still waiting. There's a privy there, but now it's full. The shit has nowhere to go but downhill. It's flowing down to the bathhouse. The other day, they promised that if I poured them a drink, they'd haul sacks of chaff to the barn. They boozed for free all night and swathed down sausages till they were as greasy as a cart axle. But that chaff is still out in the damp and rain.
Right, and you've come up with some real pearls, haven't you? Right.
Can't they just pay what they owe you?
It has nothing to do with the coin. Those two need to learn some responsibility. Damn their idle hands. Nothing can cure their laziness but labour.
So, haul some sacks and empty the latrine. And then the debt is paid?
Aye, but I'll bet my boots that even if those two miraculously got off their asses, they'd still manage to rack up another debt in no time.
Oh my god, dude.
What is it Michael and George have to do to pay off their debt?
Haul sacks of chaff to the wagon and empty the overflowing latrines. Once that's done, we'll be quits.
Couldn't someone else do the work instead of Michael and George? They'd just do a shoddy job anyway. You know them.
Well, they'd have to do it again then. I'm telling you. Until the chaff's under cover and the latrine's clean enough to eat out of, them two owe me.
I'm dedicating my life to unrequited love and French sonnets.
1 second. Let's do this.
Forget about those two fools. You're not responsible for their upbringing. A decent pile of coin could smooth everything over, couldn't it? I'll give you the coin for some hired hand to do the job.
Well, that pile of groschen will have to be mighty big.
Uh-oh.
Cleaning out the privy's going to be a nasty job.
How's this?
More. Well, now, everyone should
Okay,
be
fine.
satisfied. Good trade makes good friends, eh?
Okay.
There is a way off. My Italian friend says, sbagliando s'impara.
Your Italian friend. A travelling merchant you had one beer with. And as for my meter, listen properly.
Okay.
Chubby Clara never says...
I've squared things with the innkeeper. Your debt's been settled.
Our saviour. We knew you'd support our artistic souls and save our mortal bodies.
May your name live in glory!
Your glory shall be sealed by the song we wrote for you.
Oh my god, what have you done?
Fuck yeah! For you and about you, our hero!
Definitely not going to sing those words, right?
Which words?
You know exactly what
I'm
words.
just joking. Right, you ready?
Can't tune the strings.
You've got one job.
You got one job.
Right.
When it seems you're out of luck, there's just one man who gives a fuck. A friend who'll never leave you stuck. Now who can that friend be? Well,
Ludiak?
Henry, our hero Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man. Henry, reliable Henry, he gets the job done the best he can. Oh, oh, oh. Watch out, here we go. Oh, oh, I can't hear you in the back. When you want to string your lute and trumpet with your...
The most important thing you have to keep in mind is that there is a very strong chance that this is the only music that some of these folks may ever hear in their lives. And on that note, let's continue.
Leg drum, who will pull a sheep gut out through the creature's rectum. Oh, Henry, we thank you, Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man. His fellow man, Henry.
Actually, not bad.
Henry, he gets the job done the best he can. Yeah.
They could be worse. Let's be real. They could be a lot worse. So, come on. Chat, come on.
Applause.
There we go. All right.
So, how did you like it?
Weren't we fantastic? I tell you, that lute really gave it a punch.
I'd say we were incomparable. Chi la dura la vince. You can't keep a good man down. The world awaits us.
Awaits us with open arms.
That was, you know what? That was fantastic.
Absolutely great. Amazing. Breathtaking.
Ha ha! I knew it!
If our first song is so successful, just imagine how our next one will be received.
We'll conquer the fucking world!
Dear Enrico, thank you for everything. It's time for us to shake the dust of this God-forsaken place off our feet and seek our fortune in the big wide world.
Kuttenberg, here we come!
New life, here we come.
Now, hold your horses, fellas. What about my reward for everything I've done for you?
We've already paid you back, my friend.
Didn't you hear the ode we wrote about you?
Look, that's all very nice. But what about some coin?
Please, Henry, don't be so base. No gold in the world can match the luster of our velvet voices.
Just wait till that song about you makes the rounds. You'll be so famous you'll have to fend off the women with a pitchfork.
Besides, you've gained the most valuable thing in all the world. Friends.
Farewell, friend. And thanks for everything. God be with you.
Same to you.
That was quite an epic questline.
Christ.
Excuse me.
That was pretty amazing. All right. Off to stop the poachers. Let's go down here. Encounter an armed man in the road wearing a few battered bits of armor and holding a weapon. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh.
You swine!
Oh, this is happening. Nope. Yep.
Fuck! Another one.
Nope. Great talk. Let's see what I'll be back in for now. Cool. All right, what do we got? Ooh. Good stuff on him. Okay. An Italian hauberk. Interesting. Good doggy, best doggy. He's the best. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? Let's do this while we're here. Ooh. Okay. Is that good? That's good. So what we heard from the story, we heard this story about a water goblin. And the thing about the story is that the best place to start would be to find the Rockwater Pond Pier. That's where Matthias encountered the water goblin. From here, I should walk uphill between the rocks to the place where an old oak tree grows. Then past the stones that Matthias tried to smash the axe on to the top of the hill where Matthias's brother is buried. I best not forget my shovel. Okay, so it sounds like we go up here. Drop the stolen stuff and free up the horse? No. I'm going to get the stolen stuff to my my chest and put it in it. Although I'm not sure if we need to put stuff in our chest anymore to be unstolen. I've definitely been losing the stolen status on items just naturally over time. So didn't I toss my shovel? No, I tossed my second shovel. Yep. Oh, look at this. Lean to. Is this the oak tree he tried to... Yep.
Well, there really is an old oak tree here. But what was the rest of the story? Something about smashing the axe on a rock.
Was the rock at the old oak tree? Or was it... No, or was it further up? Then past the stone that Matthias tried to smash on top of the hill. Okay, so let's keep going. Maybe we'll see it up here.
This could be the rock from the story. I'm on the right path.
Oh.
A grave under the tree, overlooking the valley. This must be where Kuba, Matthias's brother, is buried.
Dang, dude, is it real? Is it all real? I just realized almost all of this has lost its stolen status from the stuff we took earlier. That was from where we took the stuff in Trotsky. Interesting. That's cool. This stuff has not lost it yet, but we just stole that. So, I mean, that makes sense.
Together with the...
Free up some space on him. Anything on here we're not selling for under 50 needs to go. Ain't nobody got time for that, chat. Ain't nobody got time for that. Especially not this guy. No time for that. Okay. Get out of here. Okay, horse is good. We're a lot better.
axe.
Oh god, I'm sorry. Ex-Cinder. Ah, I see you are an Indiana Jones School of Thought graduate. I like it.
At what point does grave robbing become archaeology, anyway?
Well said. Well said. Broken axe. Broken round shield.
God in heaven. This really is the axe. All those years in the earth haven't treated it well. I hope I can fix it.
Dude. Cool. Can we talk to the blacksmith about this? Wait, what's talk to Thrush? What quest is that for? Oh, we got to finish up the Battle of Frogs and Mice with him. Okay. Repair the axe from the tail. Interesting. Okay, so let's go over to Thrush first. Finish that real quick. We'll come back and do this in just a second. We can fast travel down to there, so. Let's go down here first.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
Thanks, bud.
Greetings.
Instead of writing, you're just scribbling nonsense. Ah, well, carry on then.
Now, I hope the Takovites and Jellyovites won't be at each other's throats for a while.
I can hardly believe it. I'm sure Lord von Berghoff will be delighted with how I handled it.
How you handled it?
Aye? With a little help from you. True enough. It's nice that someone deals with problems instead of making more for a change.
Ah, don't mention it.
Leave it off. We've got our good name back. Since you did so well with the Chronicle, I have another book of knowledge for you. I didn't get much out of it myself, but maybe you'll find something revealing in it. That's a damn fine reward, don't you think?
Damn, dude, thanks.
My word.
Heck yeah, man.
Thank you.
Dude, cool. Master's Studies 1?
What's new in...
I was just visited by... He said he found... I've been digging up...
Man, I really want to
about-
know what we need to do to get him to stop saying that.
Leave it till the last
I feel like he's
moment.
telling us about a quest or something to do, but I got nothing, man. Okay, so how do we fix this thing? We've got... we can't just like... We can't do this, right? No, we can't do this. So how do we repair a broken thing? I didn't even know we could repair broken things. Let's go talk to the blacksmith. Hmm.
My God, you're all covered in blood.
Yeah.
Farewell.
Okay. Oh. Oh. Nice. Okay, great. So is this basically like Skyrim for today's generation? Kind of. Yeah, it's a much, much, much more advanced non-fantasy version of Skyrim. To put it bluntly, and this we've talked about this a lot on this channel, but I'll say it again. And I don't say this in a way where I don't say this in a way where it's like in any way meant to be insulting. It's just like the way that it is. Games like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 are why Bethesda are not going to be able to get away with making another Skyrim. And what I mean by that is that Starfield was in a lot of ways like Bethesda redoing their own thing. And when Starfield came out, there was such a discrepancy between the quality of what was in Starfield versus games like Cyberpunk 2.0, Baldur's Gate 3, that people started to really notice. And they were like, this feels a little dated. And then we have a game like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 And the sandbox gameplay and the elements and the QOL are so far beyond what Skyrim vanilla could offer that it's like I'm having trouble in my mind trying to understand how Bethesda can make a successful Elder Scrolls 6. Because unless they somehow reinvent their own wheel, by the time ES6 gets here in X years, like, it's already going to be so far behind a game like this. You know what I mean? Like this is the iteration in game development that gamers want. Like, this is what they want. We want, like, look at the difference between KCD 1 and KCD 2. And then look at the difference between Skyrim and Starfield. Like, it's not, that's not lining up. That's not lining up. So it's interesting because and the reason I'm saying this, the reason I went on this little rant here is because somebody just said, is this an adult version of Skyrim? And my answer to that is, it's not, because Skyrim couldn't exist anymore. Like, Skyrim, if Skyrim was released today, it would probably just be seen as like a weird indie sandbox that's really buggy. Like, that's what would happen if it came out today. So is this an adult Skyrim? No. This is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is a much further iteration than Skyrim ever was. And honestly, like, it's not the same. It's not the same. They're on different levels. I'd say the same thing about Cyberpunk. I'd say the same thing about Baldur's Gate 3. It's not a KCD 2 specific thing. It's just a, like, it's wild how far game dev is progressing. And it makes us kind of have to rethink a lot of the stuff that we've kind of said over the years, kind of as canon. Like, it's changing quickly. Yeah. Anyway, about that. Kind of fun to talk about.
This is useless. I should move it.
Uh-oh. I was trying. Really not enough. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn it down. For some reason, the blacksmithing's super loud. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Little Miss Angel.
I would like to thank you for getting me through some of my hardest part in my life right now. This community and mods does wonders to people without you, or them, without realizing it. This is a safe place for a lot of people.
Well, thank you, Little Miss Angel. I'm thrilled to hear in any way when us hanging out and playing games can help anyone in any meaningful manner. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, Little Miss Angel. Beautiful.
You have a kind master, eh?
You're comparing a game that came out these days to a game that came out 15 years ago. I am. But the reason that I'm making that comparison is if you see all the problems and game dev iteration that's still in Starfield, that's also in Skyrim, if you see the exact same tropes, the exact same issues, the exact same lack of QOL, the exact same, like, the point that I was making comparing it to Skyrim is that Starfield, honestly, in a lot of ways, is not much different. And that's where the comparison came from in moving to ES6. Is because if you think ES6 is going to be a lot different than Skyrim, especially when you see how Skyrim was different from if you think ES6 is going to be different from Starfield, if you think about Starfield compared to Skyrim, I wouldn't hold your breath for ES6. Yeah. And also, I don't think that it is, well, yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about, but they tried with Fallout 76 to go the no NPC route, and then they completely reversed their stance on it. And then they tried to go the Skyrim route with this proc gen stuff. And then what was their first expansion for Starfield? And what was the first expansion for Starfield? The first expansion for Starfield was a giant sandbox area that basically everyone had been begging for in the base game. So, and unfortunately, I feel like it was too little too late at that point. So, yeah, I don't know, man. The whole thing just, makes me concerned. It's on them to up their game and make something worthy. That's the point I'm trying to make. And the second point I'm trying to make is nothing from Bethesda is really screaming we're trying to up our own game. And hasn't for years. Which is why playing a game like this and seeing how advanced this is kind of makes me worried for ES6. Cohh's taking shots at Bethesda? I'm not really, dude. Nothing that I'm saying is wrong. Like, the thing is, I'm not taking shots at Bethesda. I'm disappointed with Bethesda. I'm a Bethesda fan. I was one of the only people that did a full Skyrim playthrough, and I tried to do the expansion, but I couldn't make it halfway, unfortunately. So, like, this is not coming from a place of insulting. This is not some kid just ranting. This is a disappointed dad talking to his Bethesda son, being like, you can do better, and you're not. And we'd all really like you to try harder. Please. Because everyone wins if you try harder and make better games. Like, that's where we are. And especially now that you have Microsoft money. Starfield, I'm sorry. Starfield. But now that you have Microsoft money, man, show us what you got. Show us what you got. I hope ES6 is amazing. And I hope it blows my mind. And I hope it puts Bethesda back on the map. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. Because to put it bluntly, I was kind of hoping that for Starfield, and it really let me down. Starfield wasn't terrible, but man, did it have problems. And, you know, I want Bethesda to rock again. Yep. That's where I am with that. I want it to rock again. Boom.
Greetings. Do you need something?
What are my thoughts on Avowed? I'm very much looking forward to Avowed. I can't wait to play it. I hope that it is super successful and lets us start having more games in the Pillars of Eternity world, because I love that world. I will say this, though. It's going to be a little weird playing Avowed from what I've seen after playing this game. Because they're both kind of similar, but like they're very different. So it's going to be interesting playing Avowed after playing this game. We'll have to see what happens. Yeah.
I found the water goblin silver axe.
What do you mean? What axe?
The one from your story. 2 brothers, a silver axe, a water goblin. One brother got the axe, the other got drowned. You know.
Wait, so you actually found it? Do you have it? I have to see it.
Here you go.
It's not possible. Where did you find it?
I just followed your story. I found the pier by the rock tower pond, then went up to the old oak tree, then the big stone beside the road.
It doesn't really look like a woodcutter's axe. Are you sure this is really it?
But you didn't say it was a woodcutter's axe. You only said the water goblin.
We also found it with a shield. So, like, this guy was buried with armor and weapons, not tools.
Axe was silver.
I did, but still. In all the years that story's been told, everyone thought it was just a fairy tale for children. It has 4 different endings nowadays. When Johann and Jaleov tells the tale, it's about 2 sisters, and the water goblin grants one of them a pair of silver slippers. The other sister was jealous, but she didn't bother with the water goblin. She found her sister straight away and pushed her off a cliff in Apollonia. It's the same story, but Johann gave it some extra colour. Best not go looking for the slippers too. Although, with your luck...
We must find the slippers. Where did you say? Pushed off a cliff in Apple. Okay.
It was good to see